Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922, living room. My brother's inside playing the game. So, it's time. Accel World, episode 9. Before I get into this video, getting a little famous here and there, on Skype, I think in this video I'll put in my Skype name for everybody to see for this video. I had mentioned to continue that. I stopped it. I'm going to redo that. I'm going to keep doing that now. Start doing that again. Anyway, Accel World, episode 9. This one was called Escalation. Escalation, if I'm pretty sure it was. That was the episode name. Let me see. And yes, Escalation. Pretty much what happened in the beginning of this one. Takumi, Haru, and KUROYUKIHIME, they're meeting up on the roof, talking about the Red King. That little girl thing. This episode was actually like half serious and half like, like what the fuck? It was so ridiculous because, half the time it was so funny because Haru in this episode was like, the saying, caught between a rock and a hard place? Well, that was sort of what was going on here. But they're talking to Taku about it, saying that, he's basically telling KUROYUKIHIME that, if Haru hadn't found out that she was the Red King, it would have been like she would eventually made him join the Red Legion. And that's not good, because if you join another legion as a burstlinker, you get what is known as, I think they call it the judgment call, or the judgment thing. And that means you get automatically killed off. Meaning you lose all your points and you're eliminated from brain burst. So it was kind of a crazy moment there. And unfortunately it didn't happen. So, and they're just talking about the situation now. And obviously she needs something. Red King, she wants something from her. So, I then decided that that KUROYUKIHIME decides with Haru that we'll meet up with her. Set up a meeting point so we can talk to her and find out what the story is with her. So, they make up a meeting point at, guess where? Haru's house? It was ridiculous. And they go in there, and then he's thinking, he has this stash in his room of, I think, video games or something. And he doesn't want her to find out, to see it. He's like, and when he first walks in, oh, by the way, I found the Red King's name. I found out what her name was. Her name is Yuniko. That's Yuniko. Yuniko. She's, in other words, known as Scarlet Rain. Scarlet is red, like hers is scarlet. But anyway, Yuniko, she's there. She's sitting in this room. She's playing these games, these Western-style games of like, I think it's like zombies or some shit like that. And she's like, and it's so funny because she has a big-time fight with KUROYUKIHIME, and he tries to get involved, and it won't, you idiot. It won't be mean to him at the same time. It is just so ridiculous. And so on and so forth. So basically, they're about to talk. even though, she's like, I don't understand this Unico, Scarlet Rain. I don't understand her because half the time she wants to be close to him. She wants to be close to Haru. And half the other time, she says, get the fuck out of my face. She's like the old... You know what's funny? I don't hate her. She's a Tsunade character, but I really don't hate her. I don't know what it is. There's something about her character that's alluring. But anyway, moving right along. They're sitting at his table in the living room. And, she says, oh, we need to exchange, code cards. Because people with them is, you have these, you have these, cards that say your name on it. And it's identifiable proof that this is your name and so on and so forth. Almost like an ID card, but it's digital. So she tells everyone around in the table, sitting at the table, to present the card. And then everyone's presenting it, she presents it, Taku presents it, Cyan, Pyle, Scarlet Rain, and then you got KUROYUKIHIME and obviously Haru. And she explains how she found out that Haru was what he was. She was using the network to spy on people as they left. And she found out from the network that Haru was Silver Crow. And from there, she's basically continuing to say to them why she wants to talk to KUROYUKIHIME, what the whole business was about. And I wrote it down so I don't forget the name. There was this one burst linker called Chrome Disaster. Now, this guy had this armor called the Armor of Catastrophe. And this happened a long, long time ago. And from what KUROYUKIHIME said, it happened like a year and a half ago. Or I think 7 years. I think she said 7 years. I wasn't too sure on the date, on how long it was. But she says that that's what happened and that it was destroyed. She thought it was destroyed. But according to Neko, I think that's what she wanted Haru to call her Nico instead of you, Nico. But anyway, saying that it hasn't been destroyed and it basically took its 5th victim. Now, while she's saying they all have to burst, all have to jump in with each other to see the situation that happened. And they all do it, and Nico wants to use the very short cable with her and Haru. And, oh my god, KUROYUKIHIME, she's so fucking pissed. She's so jealous. It's like a war of women on top of him. It's like, this kid is so fat and short, and it's like, oh my god, these girls are fighting for him. So basically, she ends up getting this one, and they all linked in, and they all see what happened. I believe it's 7, I'm not sure if it's 7 years or a year and a half ago. And what happens is, it basically what went down was, the person who had this Armor of Catastrophe was subdued by the other high-leveled burstlinkers. And it shows KUROYUKIHIME there. It shows the Green King of the Green Legion. The King of the Green Legion there as well. And he has like an ultimate defense. You should have seen this guy. This guy has like a cross. And this thing was ugly as hell, this armor that this guy had on. And he kept hitting him with an axe and stuff. And it was just a replay of events of what happened. And she said that it was destroyed, supposedly. That's what the story was, that it was destroyed and was solved. And then we get a scene now with Yukineko, Scarlet Rain, we'll say. And she's saying that it took over her, not her member of her legion. The name of this one is Cherry Rook. Took over Cherry Rook. And he's the 5th now who has completely annihilated the other legions. And is totally on, like, you know. But the thing is, she needs to do the judgment call on him. But in order to do that, she has to be really close to him. And she can't, because every time she tries to get close to him, he jumps really high in the sky. Hence, why she needs Silver Crow's ability to fly. But the funny thing is what Taku says. He tells Haru, oh, you shouldn't trust her, because the end result is she's another king, and eventually we shouldn't trust her, because eventually we're going to have to kill her or fight her. That comment stays with Haru. But moving right along, after that scene, everyone decides to go home, except one problem. She doesn't want to go home. KUROYUKIHIME doesn't want to go home because of her. Because she's going to stay. She doesn't want that. She's totally fucking jealous. She just, no. So, now they're all together. Haru, KUROYUKIHIME, and her, the Scarlet Rain. And it's just this interaction between the three of them. It's like, KUROYUKIHIME is so fucking jealous. She just hates it. That she's on top of Haru all the time, you know. And I kind of like this Red King. She's got spunk. She's got personality. I mean, I think she's got a thing for Haru, to be honest with you. You know, because then we got a scene with them shopping, you know, getting food, you know, so on and so forth. But it's just so funny. And then at the end, we have this scene with them sleeping. And obviously, Haru, you know, he hears what Taku told him. And I don't think he can grasp it, that this little girl, is going to be his enemy very soon. So, but that's what really happened in this episode. Nothing really happened to a T. I mean, there was some development with what happened all those time ago with, you know. So that was something. But other than that, really nothing happened. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5. It was okay. It wasn't too bad. It was good. It was good. It was a good episode. I liked the development part. I didn't give it a high rating, because it was only. It's good to have development here and there. It really is, to see past, you know. It was because it was mostly nonsense half the time. Oh man, she's so jealous of her. She's like, get off my man. This guy is short and he's a fatty. He's fat and short, and he's getting a girl. It blows your mind. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. But then again, the guy who does the voice of Haru, he did the voice of Issei, and he did the voice of Shu. So, get where the getting's good. Good episode. I like what I saw. Things are gonna get really intense next week. Oh, we're almost over. There's only 3 more episodes. Holy shit. There's like 3 more episodes for that. There's only 3 more episodes for Fate Zero. Getting really good. It's getting to the final wire with spring animes. I suggest anybody, I mean this, before I end this video, because it's getting, was a fan of Dot Hack, watch the show. See you guys later.